Welcome back to the channel. When I first heard that the Vivo X300 Ultra could bring a true cinematic camera experience right into your pocket, letting you capture high-quality videos effortlessly, I was instantly intrigued. It makes you wonder, are we finally at a point where post-production might not even be necessary anymore? Looking back at previous models like the X100 Ultra, often called the camera Thanos, and the X200 Ultra with its professional single-camera focus, the trend has mostly been about pushing still photography to the extreme. But this time, Vivo is clearly shifting gears. The X300 Ultra is all about delivering that cinematic feel, with a strong emphasis on motion and storytelling, rather than just perfect stills. Now, every great image starts with the lens, and on smartphones, there's always been that trade-off between size and image quality. That's why the camera module on the X300 Ultra is, well, pretty bold. It definitely stands out. This generation continues with the familiar multifocal length setup, stretching all the way into ultra telephoto territory. Thanks to the Zeiss Master lens system, you get native focal lengths from 14mm to 85mm, along with additional extender lenses that push things even further to 200mm and 400mm. Whether you're capturing a performer on stage or an athlete mid-action, it handles both with ease. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from Maiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. When it comes to video, I found myself using the default 14mm focal length most of the time. It gives you extra room around the edges, which really helps with stabilization and adds a strong sense of space to your shots. And of course, the phone supports full-range 4K at 120 FPS with 10-bit color across all focal lengths. That means better highlight and shadow detail, smoother color grading, and no annoying banding issues. Slow-motion footage looks cleaner and more fluid too, giving you more control over how your story unfolds. There is still a slight pause when switching lenses using the zoom wheel, but overall, the consistency in color and resolution across lenses is impressive. It allows you to focus purely on framing and storytelling while shooting filmic without worrying about technical limitations interrupting your creative flow. And honestly, if a phone can already deliver this level of quality straight out of the camera, it saves a ton of time. Not everyone wants to spend hours tweaking footage in editing software. For those who want that cinematic vibe instantly, the X300 Ultra offers two simple shortcuts. The first is film style, which shoots in a 2.41 widescreen format at 4K 24 FPS. The look is immediately reminiscent of Hollywood productions, complete with film grain, subtle lighting effects, slight vignetting, and just the right amount of motion blur. It feels natural, not overly digital. Even a simple scene, like casually eating sunflower seeds, suddenly feels like it belongs in a movie where something dramatic could happen at any moment. Then there's film look, which focuses more on color and emotional tone. The color grading has a strong Hong Kong cinema vibe, with rich contrasts between warm and cool tones that instantly add depth and storytelling to your footage. It gives even ordinary scenes a sense of narrative and mood. What really matters for users, though, is how easy all of this is. Both of these modes let you create cinematic quality videos with just one tap, making the whole process incredibly efficient. For short video creators especially, this is a huge advantage because sometimes the best part of shooting is being able to share your content right away. Now shifting over to photography, which we all use even more frequently during my time with the X300 Ultra, I ended up using the 14mm ultra-wide lens far more than expected. Traditionally, ultra-wide lenses on phones haven't had the best reputation, especially for portraits. But after a few days with this device, that perception completely changed for me. In fact, I found myself loving it for portrait shots. In CCD mode, the 14mm lens already produces stunning results. The recent popularity of CCD-style imaging shows that people are moving away from overly polished, algorithm-heavy photos and instead embracing a more natural, slightly imperfect look. This mode subtly darkens the environment while making the subject stand out beautifully. Hair detail and shine are rendered incredibly well, and even a quick snapshot can look like a stylish Hong Kong-inspired portrait. Honestly, it's a feature I'd highly recommend. Just point, shoot, and you're good to go. As for the main camera, Vivo takes a different approach by using a 35mm focal length instead of the more common 24mm or 27mm found on other phones. This makes it closer to how the human eye sees the world, Because the framing feels so natural, you rarely need to crop your images, which helps preserve overall quality. It's especially great for street photography. And if you enable street mode, your photos gain even more emotional depth and atmosphere. If you've ever felt that portraits from a typical 24mm main camera don't look quite right, the 35mm here might surprise you. There's less distortion, more accurate facial proportions, and an overall more natural look. It's one of those changes that can completely shift how you approach mobile photography. When it comes to portraits, the Vivo X300 Ultra really stands out. It handles everything effortlessly, whether you're photographing an elderly person or a baby just a few months old. It adapts well to both front-lit and backlit situations, and with the addition of flash portrait mode, even messy or distracting backgrounds can be cleaned up nicely using the telephoto lens. Vivo's signature skin processing is still here too, smoothing out imperfections while keeping the skin looking natural. Hair detail is particularly impressive, giving portraits a refined and polished look. That said, telephoto lenses on smartphones are always a bit of a different challenge. Beyond portraits though, this phone performs extremely well in action photography. A quick shot of a moving subject like a sailor comes out sharp and stable, showing just how effective the stabilization is. Even underwater scenes retain clarity, with fine details like reflective particles standing out clearly. Macro shots are also solid overall. The only thing to watch out for is the default vivid mode, which can sometimes push colors a bit too far, causing oversaturation and minor detail loss in highly saturated areas. Now, let's talk about the external lens attachments. Honestly, adding a true telephoto lens really completes that ultimate camera experience. The 400mm lens feels like a serious piece of gear, almost like carrying a small Canon, while the 200mm lens is surprisingly compact and lightweight, perfect for everyday use or events like fan meetups. For most closer scenarios, 200mm is more than enough. Compared to the built-in telephoto, these external lenses deliver more natural light and color reproduction with less effort. While the native 85mm telephoto is fine for capturing quick moments, the 400mm option takes things to another level, especially for long-distance or wildlife shots. When you attach it and head out into nature, you can capture incredibly fine details, even individual strands of fur, particularly in low-light scenes. The optically enhanced 200-megapixel output is genuinely impressive, and text details don't suffer from that artificial, over-sharpened look. If you compare shots taken from the same position using the 85mm lens and the two extender lenses, the difference becomes obvious. Sure, these add-ons cost extra, but for anyone who enjoys shooting performances or events, they can be a game changer. Instead of stressing over getting front row tickets, you can comfortably sit farther back and still capture amazing shots, often better than what you'd get with a standard phone telephoto. Of course, shooting at such extreme focal lengths without a tripod does require a steady hand, since even slight movement can throw off your framing. But the good news is that the accessories themselves are very easy to install. The setup is quick, and the two-finger grip design actually looks quite premium when you're using it in public. At concerts or fan events, it definitely attracts attention in a good way. With this kind of setup, both the quality and quantity of your photos can seriously level up your presence, almost turning you into the go-to photographer in your circle. Despite all this camera power, the X300 Ultra still holds its ground as a flagship phone in every other way. The design and build feel premium, especially the silver variant, which is easily my top pick among the available colors. It has a subtle, mountain-like texture flowing across the back, giving it a seamless and elegant appearance. Even with the camera module, it doesn't feel overly bulky, although you will occasionally notice your fingers brushing against it. The phone uses a 2.5D flat display with sharp edges, but it still feels comfortable in hand and quite sturdy when used without a case. Compared to the previous generation, the dedicated shutter button has been removed, likely to make room for accessory-based controls like the camera grip. After using it for a few days, I actually got used to the grip. Half pressing to focus and fully pressing to capture really does feel like using a traditional camera. The only thing that takes some adjustment is the zoom control, which isn't quite as precise as manual adjustments. On the front, you get a 6.82-inch 2K Zeiss Master color display. In real-world use, manual brightness can reach up to 840 nits, and peak brightness is strong enough for outdoor shooting, even under bright conditions. Performance-wise, it's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor, paired with a large ice pulse VC cooling system. This combination easily handles daily tasks and heavy gaming, although the cooling system seems more optimized for long video recording sessions than extended gaming. Battery life is backed by a 6600 mAh battery, which makes sense considering the stacked internal design and large camera system. In testing, playing 4K video at maximum brightness and volume for an hour used about 8% of the battery, while recording 4K 60fps video for 30 minutes consumed around 12%. Heat levels remain well controlled, and with 100-watt fast charging, it takes about 57 minutes to go from 0 to 100%. So overall, how does the X300 Ultra hold up? It clearly targets two types of users. First, new content creators who want an easy way to produce cinematic videos. Thanks to built-in styles and looks, they can create visually impressive content without diving into complex editing. Second, more advanced creators who need something lighter and more flexible than a dedicated camera. With features like full-range 4K 120fps 10-bit recording, strong stabilization, and expandable lens options, becomes a powerful mobile production tool. What makes this device special isn't just the specs, it's how those professional capabilities are packaged into something simple and intuitive. From one-tap cinematic modes to unique filters like the CCD style and extended focal lengths through physical lenses, Vivo has made high-end imaging feel approachable and even fun. It shows that achieving a cinematic look doesn't have to be complicated. Of course, it's not perfect, thus the phone still has some noticeable thickness and weight, and under extreme usage, battery life is naturally pushed to its limits. But even with those trade-offs, the X300 Ultra manages to turn the idea of a cinematic camera phone into something real and usable. It brings the power of a director's viewfinder right into your pocket. And that's it for this review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, join the discussion, and don't forget to like, follow Scout, and share. Thanks for watching all the way through. See you in the next one.